Nearly 2 weeks after the Boston Marathon bombings, new information is developing on the suspect, what this means to national security.
New classes are being offered here at City College, but only women are allowed to take them. What are these classes all about?
And the NBA playoffs are underway, and some key games are beginning to heat up.
And sunny San Diego will be having some great weather this weekend. I'll tell you all about it. Newscene starts right now.
And I'm Briley Oaks. Thanks for joining us. Boston is slowly recovering from the horrific event which happened a couple of weeks ago.
That's right. Isidro Morales is here with the latest information. Isidro?
That's right. Justin, a lot's been happening this couple of weeks. Actually, it's been nearly 2 weeks since the Boston Marathon bombings, and it still remains unclear why the suspect, Tamerlan and Johar Zarniev, carried out the attack. A gun battle between the two brothers and the police took place last Thursday that left 26-year-old Tamerlan dead and 19-year-old Johar was found in critical condition, but with his recovery this past week, investigators have begun questioning him to piece together the details of the plan. The aftermath of the twin explosions in Boston left more than 200 people injured and 4 people dead. Nearly 2 weeks after the attack, suspect Johar Zarniev lies in a hospital bed. Until Thursday, prior to being read his Miranda rights, Zarniev underwent 16 hours of questioning by the FBI, sharing information about plans for another attack.
He told the FBI apparently that he and his brother had intended to drive to New York and designate additional explosives in Times Square.
In 2011, Russian officials sent warnings to the FBI and the CIA about dead suspect Tamerlan Zarniev and his alleged connections to jihadist causes. Now questions about national security arise, and some are quickly pointing the finger and wondering why nothing was done.
I think, quite frankly, the administration has oversold the demise of bin Laden. Between Benghazi and Boston, to me, we're going backwards, not forward in terms of national security.
But as the investigation continues, the FBI says it's still too early to share their conclusions about the explosion. Back in Boston, a memorial service was held in honor of the 4 victims who were killed. A week of grief filled the city. However, Bostonians are refusing to live in fear of this event and vow to recover.
As everybody has said, the terrorists will not win. We will win.
I mean, when we all came to work today, we all hugged each other, which we would never normally do that, you know.
The bombing suspect has been moved to a federal prison hospital this morning, where he will stay for ongoing medical care as the city of Boston tries to recover itself. The charity One Fund Boston has raised over $25 million in donation to be dispersed within the next couple of weeks to the victims. So, Justin, it's good to see the community come together after this tragic event.
That's right. Thanks a lot, Isidro, for that.
Thanks, Isidro. The FBI is searching for clues regarding the toxic ricin letters sent to President Obama earlier last week. All charges against Paul Curtis were dropped this week after investigators said they discovered new information. Curtis claimed he had been framed and that he identified an acquaintance named J.T. Everett Dusky as the suspect of the crimes on Tuesday. However, authorities have not called Dusky a suspect, and no new charges have been filed. The investigation continues.
The San Diego Police Department are on the lookout for a suspect in Golden Hill. He is accused of attacking a woman in her apartment and sexually assaulting her in the early morning of April 14th. Officials released this sketch to residents in the area and are asking anyone with information to contact the San Diego Police Department.
Assault cases are rising steadily in San Diego. An estimated 1 in 4 women will be sexually assaulted during their college years. Judith Gutierrez has the story.
These classes are offered at City College every semester to educate women on how to protect themselves. Deanne Griffin is one of the RAD instructors.
Yes, the class is a great opportunity for women to take it. It teaches them empowerment and safety. With self-defense, 90% of self-defense is education. It's not all the hands-on fighting, it's the education portion of it.
The class teaches women of all ages and all sizes techniques on how to keep themselves safe.
I think I should take it because I'm taking a night class and you never know, probably a guy's gonna come up to me, so I need to learn how to fight. So, the whole incident about the girl who had, her boyfriend came and killed her, so I'm just like, you never know. Better to be safe.
RAD is the only self-defense program ever endorsed by the International Association of Campus Law Enforcement Administrators to obtain protection and education.
And then when they actually do the scenarios, that's when reality kicks in, this can actually happen to me if I was walking down the street or if I was at an ATM, anything like that. We have one coming up April 20th and April 27th here at City College. It will be at the Harry West Gym.
The hope is that women who take this class will never have to use the skills they learned, but it's better to be safe. Judith Gutierrez with Trevor Moody, Newscene.
For more information on how to join, you can visit the City College website.
A 34-year-old man wanted on drug charges rammed his SUV into a U.S. Marshal car, causing a violent shootout in Claremont. 2 law enforcement officials opened fire on Wednesday afternoon after Nichols Prattle came at the officers with his car. According to police, Prattle drove toward the lawmen who, quote, fearing for their lives, drew their guns and shot the man several times. Prattle then lost control of his car and crashed into the house. He is now being held on $250,000 bail.
A San Diego architect and creative visionary died from injuries he suffered in a fight. 55-year-old Graham Downs was assaulted outside his Bankers Hill home Friday morning. San Diego police responded to a reported disturbance and found 2 men on the ground in front of Downs' residence. 31-year-old Iginoe Serrano Salgado was arrested and booked on attempted murder charges. Salgado, who worked for the victim's company, allegedly beat Downs, fracturing his skull in several places. Salgado was in court today. A preliminary hearing is set for June 11th.
Medical marijuana dispensaries began opening up in California in 2009. All dispensaries must abide by a set of zoning laws that have forced some owners recently to close. Reporter Trevor Moody has the story.
There are over 1 million medical marijuana patients in California. 25% of those patients are residents of San Diego. However, in the past year, the city of San Diego has forced over 100 dispensaries to shut their doors. We also asked local residents how they feel about this controversial issue.
It attacks your lungs and all your blood, your brain, all your organs. It's not good for you. There's no way it could possibly be good for you.
If someone's terminally ill or sick, more power to them.
Mayor Bob Filner has been an advocate of medical marijuana. Filner recently attempted to create a new zoning ordinance. The objective of the ordinance is to allow enough permitted areas throughout the city for reasonable access, while also protecting the neighborhoods and children. The city council, however, does not feel the same way. They rejected Mayor Filner's zoning proposal on Monday. We caught up with Andre Alexandra, an employee at the 101 dispensary, which was recently raided by narcotic officers earlier this week. He feels there's more to medical marijuana than what many people believe.
It's not like everybody's just doing it just to get high, you know what I'm saying? People need it because they want to relieve a pain or a migraine headache.
As of now, there's no clear view of which way this is heading other than the courtroom. Trevor Moody, Newscene.
The 101 dispensary is just one of a slew of raids that's been happening in the San Diego area. They're unsure if they will reopen or remain closed. And after the break, Canadian authorities derail an attempted terrorist attack. Details to follow.
And San Diego's homeless youth has a brand new multi-million-dollar school. Find out where.